guys, what's up? What's going on? We're back for another episode of Twins Talk Tubi. I'm Sonia, and I'm here with my sister, as always, Sandra.
Hi.
Hi. So we're back for another episode, and I don't think we mentioned this before, but this month we've been featuring Tubi original movies.
Oh, yes,
Yeah, I
you're right.
don't
We did not mention that.
think we mentioned it, but the last two movies that we talked about were Tubi originals, and the one we're going to talk about today is also Tubi original. And that movie is called Harland Manor. And the premise goes as follows. While documenting paranormal activity inside an abandoned boarding school for wayward girls, a ghost hunting team realizes they've become the hunted. Okay. And so this movie came out in 2021. And like I said, it's a Tubi original. So right now, what we're going to do is we are going to give our first time reaction of the movie. And here we go on a count of three. One, two, three. Woo! Yeah. I thought the movie was good.
So do I.
I thought the story was really good. I thought the acting was really good.
Yeah,
And
me
the
too. I was very impressed with
yeah,
it.
and I thought that the effects were pretty like
They were
believable.
decent effects. Like, yeah,
I thought they were pretty believable. And yeah, and it was kind of a story that we've seen before.
it was definitely a story we've seen
Is
before.
like I said, it's paranormal investigators, and they go to this home for girls that there was a lot of people killed in the home, and so they're going to see if they can find some activity and see if they can get some people to speak to them. And
Yeah,
there was like the whole, and the people have a show, they're like a YouTube show or something. There was a host guy, and then they had the guy that is good with the gadgets and
with
the
with
panel,
the video and the sound
all
and
that. And then they had a woman who was like kind of like a psychic, and she can sense spiritual energy and all that. So they had that, but that was all part of the team. And yeah, they get to this place, and they speak to the man who owns the house. This man who owns the house, and he's kind of telling them about what happened in the house.
yeah, and why it's like haunted and why it's so, a lot of people
Exactly.
run from the house.
Yeah, and basically, there was so it was home or school for wayward girls, and there was a man, like a doctor, that used to run the school, and he was married, and he would have like his way with the girls, and the girls would get pregnant, and he would give them abortions and
Yeah, it was like some
that type of stuff. And then there was this one girl that he was really like more fond of, or
yeah,
involved with, I
it
could
was
say.
like his favorite, like maybe
Right.
you could say.
And the wife found out about it, and then the wife, and the girl ended up killing the wife,
I
I believe.
think so.
And then the doctor killed the girl. It was this whole thing. He put her in this room, like confined, kind of like solitary confinement type of room. It
Yeah,
was
this like room in
basically
the
like
basement.
basically a
Where,
closet.
yeah,
And but she died there, after I forget how many days, with no food, no water, no, so she died in
yes,
there. So there was several parts of the house where there was the most activity. This is what the man was saying. So that's where they were obviously going to start filming and looking into and all that stuff. And yeah, they first went into like I think it was the office of the doctor, or the bedroom of the doctor or something.
I think it was an office.
Yeah, I
I
think it
think it was
was too.
office. Yeah,
And they were asking, "Are you here? Are you around?" And nothing was happening. And then the girl, the psychic girl, was kind of like, you know, poking at the ghost, kind of telling, "Yeah, you're scared now, but you weren't scared when you were raping girls and all this." And she was going
yeah,
out, and then the drawer started opening. And I was like, "Oh!" And things started happening, and then
yeah,
there was one part where one of the guys like said he couldn't breathe, and you know, and they used their like ghost detecting wand thing, and they saw this energy around where the guy was, and somebody was like, choking him or constricting his chest or something.
yeah.
and he couldn't breathe, and there was so things were
They
happening.
say they mentioned that the spot where he was losing his breath was the spot where that doctor hung himself
Yes,
there, like
yes,
right at that spot.
right,
So he was getting that energy from that, which was kind of crazy.
yes.
But yeah, it was I thought it was good. It gave me, so like you said, this is not this is not an original like story. Like we've seen this kind of stuff happen in other movies. There's plenty of horror movies where you can find paranormal investigators either uh in a hospital or a school or an asylum. That's something terrible happened and it's haunted by the spirits of the people that died there, blah blah blah. The first uh thought that came to mind, like after watching this movie for a little while, was this movie. I forgot the year it came out. I want to say maybe like 2013 or 14. Grave Encounters. Have you seen that movie?
No.
Okay. I thought that movie was great. Watch that movie. And if anybody out there have never seen that movie, watch that movie. They have a Grave Encounters and a Grave Encounters 2. Grave Encounters 2 was pretty good too, but that first one was really good. And you'll see it's basically the same premise that they're these investigators and they go, I think they are in a hospital, but I don't remember it. I'd have to see it again. But it's basically the same thing. A lot of crazy shit happened there, people died there, and it's haunted by these spirits. Um and it's spooky, it's creepy, and it gave me kind of same vibes on a little bit, maybe on a lower, I don't want to say lower budget, but like uh I don't know,
Lower scale.
a lower scale, lower level,
Yeah.
but pretty much the same kind of feeling. So I
Okay.
want to put that out there. Think I thought you may have seen it, but since you haven't, like definitely check it out. I think they might have it on Shudder.
Okay.
But yeah, that was a good one. So yeah, I like this movie a lot. I thought there was a lot of stuff going on with, the the main guy. You at some point you hear that he was getting a divorce and he was trying to get custody of his girls, and then we find out that he was having an affair with the psychic girl that's on the paranormal team,
Yeah.
but they're not meshing at some point, and then one of the guys on the team finds out, which is their best friend, that he didn't know about it, so he's like, oh, you like messing up the team, and then all that on top of the whole story of all the shit that happened at the school where they are, and the craziness that happened there and the stuff that they're trying to investigate, like, but it brings it, I think it meshed well together, like they were able to put it all together well.
Yeah.
So
I
it
think
worked.
yeah, it worked out. Because the girl that was having an affair with the guy, with the main guy, we find out later on that she was pregnant and she had a miscarriage. And she was kind of distancing herself from him and
Yeah.
everything. And he realized that and was talking to her about it, and she told him what happened and everything. And I think so towards the end, actually the spirit of the girl in the that died in the house actually went into the psychic woman.
Yeah.
So she was possessed and she was going around killing.
Yeah.
But I think the miscarriage thing opened her up to that. She
Yeah.
was being vulnerable and everything, and it opened her up to being possessed, I think.
Yeah.
Because she's a psychic, so she's done like I don't know, tens, hundreds, whatever of these shows with these guys, and something like this had never happened, or they never talked about it. I don't know. So I think because of that,
I could see that. Yeah.
yeah, I could see. I think because of that incident is what
It made her like become more vulnerable,
yes,
where this ghost, I think her name was Sarah, I said from the beginning, was able to like tap into that and like possess her body and
I think
make
so. I think
her
that's what it
act
was.
out. So
Yeah. But yeah, this was, I mean, I really liked the movie actually. Very impressed. I was very impressed with how they filmed it and the actors and everything. So I
yeah.
think this is a must see that you guys should check out. It's a recent movie, came out in 2021. So guys, check it out and let us know what you think in the comments. Again, make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram on the Horror Flick Chicks. So we're part of the Horror Flick Chicks, and we also have a YouTube channel where this video is being shown. And you can comment on this video, and also make sure you subscribe and follow us on Horror Flick Chicks on YouTube. And we'll be back for another episode next week of Twins Talk Tubi. Thanks for checking us out, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.